Imagine waking up one day to find that your job, your livelihood has been taken away without warning. For thousands of federal workers across the United States, this nightmare became a reality under the Trump administration in an unprecedented move. Probationary employees, individuals who are the backbone of government operations, were targeted for mass firings. But this wasn't just about cutting costs or streamlining bureaucracy. This was about dismantling a system designed to ensure continuity, expertise, and service to the American people. This isn't a story about abstract policies or political debates. It's about real lives disrupted, real families left struggling, and real consequences for the functioning of our government. These workers aren't just names on a spreadsheet, they're the people who process veterans' benefits, manage national parks, and ensure food safety. They're the ones who keep the gears of government turning, often working tirelessly behind the scenes, and yet they were labeled expendable. But here's where the story takes a darker turn. The mechanism behind these firings wasn't just controversial, it was suspicious. Anonymous emails sent from servers linked to Elon Musk raised questions about coordination and intent. Was this a legitimate effort to reform the federal workforce? Or was it something more sinister, an attempt to undermine the very foundation of public service? As the firings began, so did the resistance. Unions, advocacy groups, and even federal judges stepped in to challenge the administration's actions. One judge in particular stood out, Judge Alsop in San Francisco. His ruling didn't just stop the firings, it exposed the administration's contradictions and inconsistencies. He called out their excuses, rejected their arguments, and demanded accountability. And now, this case has become part of a larger pattern, a series of lawsuits challenging the Trump administration's policies and practices. In this video, we'll dive deep into the shocking details of this mass firing attempt. We'll explore the role of probationary employees, the legal battle that ensued, and the broader implications for democracy and governance. We'll examine sworn testimonies, judicial rulings, and the suspicious connections between government agencies and private entities. By the end, you'll understand why this issue matters not just for federal workers, but for all of us who believe in fairness, accountability, and the rule of law. So, whether you're here to learn about the intricacies of federal employment, the power struggles between branches of government, or the human cost of policy decisions, this video is for you. Stay tuned as we unravel one of the most significant legal and ethical crises of our time. In an unprecedented move, the Trump administration attempted to fire thousands of probationary federal workers, employees critical to the functioning of government services. This decision sparked outrage, legal challenges, and a constitutional showdown that reached the courts. At the heart of this case lies a fundamental question: can any administration bypass established laws and procedures to dismantle the federal workforce? Today, we'll explore the shocking details of this mass firing attempt, the legal battle that ensued, and the broader implications for democracy and governance. Before diving into the legal drama, it's important to understand who these probationary employees are and why they matter. Despite their title, these workers are far from temporary placeholders. They enter the federal workforce at entry-level positions, receive extensive training, and gradually rise through the ranks to become experts in their fields. Their work ensures continuity in government services, from healthcare to national defense. In short, they are the backbone of effective governance. But in early 2025, the Trump administration targeted these employees, labeling them as expendable and ordering their mass termination. The justification? Allegedly, these workers were not mission critical. However, sworn testimonies and evidence suggest otherwise. The mechanism behind these firings was equally controversial. The Office of Personnel Management (OPM), traditionally tasked with managing federal employment policies, issued memos directing agencies to terminate probationary workers by February 17th. But here's the catch: OPM doesn't have the authority to order such firings. That power rests with cabinet-level officials, confirmed by the Senate. Adding fuel to the fire, investigations revealed a suspicious connection between OPM and Elon Musk. Anonymous firing emails sent from hropm.com and email domain linked to Musk raised eyebrows. Was this a coordinated effort to undermine federal workforce stability? Or simply incompetence masquerading as reform? These questions became central to the unfolding legal battle. Faced with mounting pressure, unions and advocacy groups took the fight to court. On February 13th, U.S. District Judge Alsop stepped in, issuing a temporary restraining order to halt the mass firings. His ruling was scathing. He rejected the Department of Justice's claim that OPM merely recommended terminations, calling it a blatant misrepresentation of facts. Judge Alsop emphasized that firing decisions must be made by authorized officials, not anonymous emails or unaccountable agencies. He also ordered reinstatement of affected employees and scheduled a follow-up hearing to address inconsistencies in the administration's arguments. As the case progressed, damning evidence emerged. During congressional hearings, high-ranking officials admitted receiving direct orders from OPM to terminate probationary workers, a clear contradiction of the DOJ's claims. Sworn testimonies further exposed coordination across multiple agencies, raising suspicions of a centralized effort to gut the federal workforce. Judges across the country began noticing these inconsistencies. In one instance, a judge in Washington, D.C., expressed frustration over the lack of clarity regarding the Department of Government Efficiency Services Doge and its relationship with OPM. Calls for depositions and document reviews intensified as lawyers sought to untangle the web of deceit. This case is about more than just firings. It highlights a dangerous trend of executive overreach and disregard for established norms. By attempting to bypass Congress and circumvent legal safeguards, the Trump administration has set a troubling precedent. If unchecked, such actions could erode public trust in government institutions and weaken the system of checks and balances enshrined in the Constitution. Moreover, the targeting of probationary employees raises ethical concerns. These workers are often among the most vulnerable in the federal workforce. Stripping them of their livelihoods not only disrupts government operations, but also sends a chilling message about accountability and fairness. Thankfully, the judiciary has stepped up to defend the rule of law. Judges like Alsop are playing a crucial role in holding the administration accountable. Through temporary restraining orders, preliminary injunctions, and rigorous scrutiny of evidence, they are ensuring that no branch of government operates above the law. However, the fight is far from over. With over 45 to 50 similar cases pending nationwide, the courts face immense pressure to resolve these disputes swiftly and fairly. Each ruling sets a precedent that could shape the future of American governance and the lives of millions of federal workers. The story of these probationary workers is a testament to resilience and determination. Despite facing adversity, they refuse to back down. And thanks to the efforts of judges, lawyers, and advocates, justice may yet prevail. But this fight isn't just theirs, it's ours. By staying informed, demanding accountability, and supporting organizations working to protect workers' rights, we can ensure that no one is left behind. Subscribe to our channel for more updates on this critical issue. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you believe in the power of collective action, share this video with friends and family. Together, we can make a difference.